Meet Micah Pilkey, your not-so-average entrepreneur. Based in Utah, he is revolutionizing the field of real estate through creativity, empathy, and a sincere goal of addressing America's affordable housing crisis. With a life experience shaped by endurance and reinvention, Micah's journey from adversity to impact provides a compelling story of ethical entrepreneurship and transformational leadership. Micah Pilkey's story begins with a deep sense of understanding on financial independence, which was nurtured from an early age. He grew up with a sense of entrepreneurial inquisitiveness and was drawn to business and innovation early on in life. This led him to complete a bachelor's in aviation management, where he focused on learning critical skills about leadership, operations, and strategic planning. However, Micah was not done, and shortly after he began an MBA program with a focus on real estate development, which was a fitting change in his life, representing a shift towards tackling real-world issues associated with housing. This educational path has served as the groundwork for Micah's current focus, with real estate being the tool for good. A significant chapter in Micah's life happened when he was sentenced to federal prison. Rather than letting this be the end for him, he turned being in prison into an opportunity for change. Instead of letting the experience dictate every aspect of his future, he spent time in prison contemplating what his purpose and intention were. Once he was released from prison, he established a new set of words to live by: resilience, redemption, and responsibility, to represent a new beginning for Micah, as well as cultivating a skill set for helping other individuals reintegrate and rebuild their lives. Today, that experience shapes his leadership style and motivates his support for second chances in communities across the United States. For Micah, Utah is more than just a place, it is a crucial piece of his strategy. Increasing demand for housing and a permissive regulatory environment offered important possibilities for innovators in the space of affordable housing. Moreover, Utah's communities resonated with Micah's vision for second chances and offered a unique mix of opportunity and social need. Micah viewed underutilized land and mobile home parks not as wasted space, but rather as places for communities to be reborn. Utah and the life-changing work continues to happen here. Micah Pilkey is not just developing real estate, he is confronting a crisis. Housing prices are consistently increasing faster than wages, and millions of Americans are faced with housing insecurity. Conventional housing units often take too long, are too expensive, or too inflexible to adapt to this demand. Micah decided to build smarter, faster, and greener. For him, affordable housing is not a need, it's a right. By designing the partnerships he has, financing creatively, and creating scalable solutions, he is offering hope to families looking for stability. One of the most innovative elements of Micah's work is converting RV and mobile parks to tiny home villages. These small footprint, efficient, humane, and dignified forms of shelter provide more than just affordability, they provide hope and dignity for a fresh start. By creatively reinvesting in existing infrastructure, Micah engages with his tiny home community using sustainable practices that eliminate waste and reduce affordability. Residents experience lower costs along with a sense of community, stability, and pride. These projects represent the rare intersection of how philanthropy and investment can combine profit with purpose. Micah Pilkey's business framework is a reflection of ethical entrepreneurship. He is not simply cashing in for revenue, he is looking to create value over the course of time for people and communities. Micah seeks transparency, accountability, and social responsibility in every endeavor. For him, success is not ROI, but the number of lives impacted. Whether he's reinvesting cash flow into community programs or whether he is ensuring new residents have access to community support, the choices and framework he employs to manage and grow his businesses can be traced back to an ethic of integrity. Micah's framework for real estate development does so without the adherence to traditional frameworks. He uses more advanced investment strategies like Section 179 and 168K accelerated depreciation, which provides tax benefits to investors in a socially responsible development project. He will typically take the framework to a process that incorporates undervalued land or properties, high-impact tiny home communities, creating new asset classes that are related but carry a social impact and profit. It's a model, it's sustainable, and socially scalable. It's attractive for investors with private capital and a partner in the public sector. Innovation is one of the aspects of Micah's leadership style. He fosters creativity through approaches such as hosting open brainstorms, encouraging friction journals, in which people track inefficiencies, implementing quick, low-risk pilot projects with new ideas. Micah's belief is that every problem has the seed of a solution in it, and that the best solutions are in unexpected spaces. His open-door policy and openness culture means that bold ideas are always being heard, tested, and deployed. Having rebuilt his own life after incarceration, Micah is a champion of second chances. He partners with non-profits to support the transition of ex-prisoners back into society by providing them with employment, housing, and mentor relationships. In his work, he sends a powerful message that your past does not dictate your future. This idea permeates all the communities he builds and the partnerships he creates. Micah has faced his share of hurdles. Whether it was regulatory hurdles or funding challenges, he has experienced the full spectrum of entrepreneurial challenges. However, every failing has also taught him a lesson on persistence, solidifying his belief that we must bloom where we are planted. Instead of feeling ashamed, he uses his struggles to inspire those who may be going down a similar path. Micah has left his mark across Utah with a number of tiny home developments, specifically in previously neglected areas. These communities already serve as models for other states seeking affordable and innovative housing solutions. Micah's long-term vision includes expanding to western states, partnering with municipalities, building a national network of affordable tiny home communities, media mentions and public attention. Micah does keep a low public media profile in comparison to many, but has received praise from real estate development groups, local Utah business news, community leadership events. His story is also gaining traction in advocacy spheres focused on housing equity and reintegration into communities for formerly incarcerated individuals. Micah Pilkey is more than a real estate developer. He is a change agent, survivor, and a visionary. His work in Utah represents what is possible when society elevates the human experience through business doing business with humanity. He is clearly on track to achieve a legacy, for not just himself, but for generations to come, empowered by a mission, a highly creative disposition, and uncompromised core values.